right, what is going on, everybody? It is your ultraviolent siren, your deathmatch succubus, and your favorite indie hype girl for the first ever episode of X Brand Unleashed on the X Brand Wrestling YouTube channel. And my first guest that I'll be interviewing today will be none other than Shocky. Shocky, how are you?
I'm good. Good. Had a nice productive day, and it's finally coming to an end. How are you?
I'm doing really good. A lot better now, being able to talk to you and meet you finally. Of course, seen a lot of your stuff, and it's so nice to interview you. So I just wanted to pull back the layers and, just get to know Shocky a little more and let, the world experience you as well. So I want to know what got you into wrestling in the first place? How old were you when you first started watching wrestling?
I was about, we'll say, 10 or 11 years old, maybe a little older. Maybe 12.
Okay.
In place of my Saturday, and it was right before, to find out, it was right before WrestleMania 21. It was a big hype for Triple H and Batista, and Triple H was trying to get Batista to sign that contract to go to SmackDown for the WWE title instead of against Triple H at WrestleMania and stay on Raw for the world title. And I'd always, I'd been kind of familiar with The Rock and Stone Cold. Who doesn't know The Rock and Stone Cold? But I was never really into it. But when I saw Batista give that thumbs down and powerbomb him through the table, it was a wrap. I fell in love with wrestling ever since that moment.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So you even went past, your experience with wrestling even way before the whole WCW thing and everything. It's way after that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm familiar with it all, but like I said, who doesn't know The Rock? Who doesn't know Sting and Stone Cold and all them guys? But yeah.
That's awesome. So, I mean, you mentioned Batista and everything. What were some of your other favorites that really kept you watching? I know that was your first moment of when Batista did that thumbs down. Who was that? Who are the people that really was the glue of oh yeah, I really have to keep watching now?
It's gonna sound like a cliche like most others, but John Cena. That dude has been holding it down for me in my childhood for the last 20 plus years.
Amen to that. Me too.
Yeah, John Cena and a little bit of Jeff Hardy and the Hardy Boys.
That's awesome. I'm very much the same way. I love the Hardy Boys and John Cena. I mean, the fact that he's retiring this year is just I'm going to do my very best not to cry, but
same.
So, what clicked for you that that you wanted to, turn this love of professional wrestling into something you wanted to do yourself?
The way that I feel when I watch it, I like to have others feel that same way too. I don't know. It's a little hard to describe the entertainment aspect, the putting on a show, and just everything. When you find out more about how the workers actually are, how it's a big brotherhood. They don't really hate each other, and they're working to put on a good show and look like they're hurting the shit out of each other when they're not really. It's just everything about it is just it's always intrigued me, and just peeling back the layers, over the years of me being a fan, it's just kept me more and more interested in being able to dive deeper and deeper into it.
That's awesome. So you realized okay, I want to do this. So how old were you when you were okay, I want to do this? And who trained you?
So I was about 16 years old. I come from Buffalo. There was this place up here called Pure Six Wrestling that eventually turned into Buffalo Championship Wrestling. And Buffalo Championship Wrestling had, for the life of me, they had a couple other trainers. One main guy's name was Troy Buchanan, who ran the Fed. But for the life of me, to this day, I was 16, 17. I don't remember what the guy's name was, but he was missing his pinky finger. And he taught me just about everything I knew about hitting the ropes, bumping, conditioning, anything like that. And just obviously when I would further into it, before Buffalo Wrestling Academy was a thing. I don't know if you're familiar with Empire State Wrestling from around here. They like to host.
Yes.
They like to host monthly. Well, they did like to host little monthly training seminars, and I would make my way into that for just $20 a session.
Wow, I mean that is so cool. So
some of the big names that I kind of fell out of it for a little bit, and then when I got back into it, ESW, some of the big names that helped me out. Him and I don't really see eye to eye, but Vince Valor, he's a hell of a guy. He helped me out. And then my buddy who recently passed away within the last year and a half ago, his name is Anthony Gaines. He was the guy who took the big pounce from Ace Austin and went like 16 rows deep a couple years back, or like 10 years back.
Oh,
or not Ace
wow.
Austin, sorry. Not Ace Austin, Ace Romero, the big guy, Ace Romero. He took that pounce from him and flew him out of the ring and went like 16 rows deep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So I also noticed too, like with everything with like X brand and everything, you kind of like have that little bit of shift of having that little tinge of ultra violence in you as well. What made you want to like explore that side too?
So here in New York, deathmatch isn't really allowed. So it's always, I don't know, it's always been a thing of mine. Who doesn't love ECW? ECW, CZW, right. Seeing guys like one of my first memories of CZW were guys like Sick Nick Mondo and just seeing him come out with the razor wire wrapped around him and just it was Masada with the skewers before anybody was ever doing that.
Yeah.
It was all just mind bending and boggling that this wrestling, you're not supposed to get hurt in wrestling, but these dudes are just tearing it up and just something about it. I don't know. It's just, I don't know if you know that movie, The Replacements, where he says chicks dig scars, and that's just a thing. Wrestling should be fake, but look at these guys. They're a bunch of warriors battling it out and leaving scars on their bodies.
Absolutely. And I love the fact, like with, the ultra violent side of wrestling, it's like when people ask, or say like, oh, well, it's fake. It's like, no, it's predetermined. And have you seen this shit? Like,
yep, exactly.
So after, training and everything, what was your like first like promotion that you really like got started in?
One of the big ones that I got started in, Buffalo Wrestling Academy, they traveled a lot to Flower City in Rochester. I don't know if Flower City is still a thing. And then right now, what is the school that they have down there? There's so many that they had in Rochester. It was Flower City, and they work with Buffalo Wrestling Academy. I can't remember for the life of them, but I was getting a few bookings with them through ESW, UW up here, Ultimate Wrestling things. Masks, stuff like that.
That's awesome. So with everything that I've seen from you, I mean, you have this very like intense fighting style. I want to know who influenced that really, thrill-seeking, high-flying style. I mean, I know you mentioned that you like the Hardy Boys and stuff. So was that part of the influence of why you wanted to be so thrill-seeking with your stuff?
So the thrill-seeking, for sure, that's got a little bit of the Hardy Boys, but the intensity, that's all John Cena. The intensity on his face, emotion, and I gotta get. And I haven't seen her. He's always talking, he's always pulling me in with what he's doing.
That's great. I mean, you can definitely see with both. So I want to know, after, with all this time and everything, how did you end up finding and becoming part of, the X brand roster?
So social media is a hell of a thing. I had seen them for about a year or two on Instagram, probably maybe like a year or two ago now. I was running my own independent show with a bunch of local talent, and it happened to just so be, I called my show Shocky's House Party. And it just so happened that they were running a show called House Party at the same time. And they started liking, I don't know if we were using the same hashtags or what, but they started liking my stuff. I started liking their stuff. And
oh my God.
I said, hey, what are the odds of you letting me get on your show? And April came around. He's like, hey, do you do deathmatch? I was like, not normally, but if it means getting me onto something bigger, I'm with it.
Oh my God, that is so cool. So I was going to ask about, Shaki's house party too. So when did that start? Like, when did you do that? And do you expect on possibly doing any more house parties?
So that started is because I started really living outside the state last year around April, and so I was going up to places like Massachusetts, places in PA, and places in Virginia, places in Jersey. I was just asking random guys, like, or in other places too, like Maine. I was asking other guys, I'm doing the show. I have a ring. I can feed you. I can pay you. We just put on the show and put it right on YouTube. What do you say? And they're like, hell yeah, man. And just that one day, everyone came down. I had like, oh man, probably like anywhere from 8 to 10 matches all together. Just a bunch of great talent from all around, up and down the East Coast. And it was a killer show. The odds of doing it again, it was about a year ago. But the odds of doing it again, I don't know, because everybody's on doing a little something bigger. I mean, a couple of the guys I had on the show, they're wrestling right now. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So, besides, with working with X Brand and everything, what are some promotions that you would love to have your face on? What would be like, your dream promotions that you would like to have or be a part of?
One that everybody keeps asking me about, and that I would really like to, POR. I want to get on them. I want to definitely, the big goal, like the end goal, is to try some stuff with MLW.
Ooh.
And I would really like to be on CZW. I had a chance to do their Tarp of Death, but just a bunch of financing things came up and I couldn't get into it in time. So
sure. Yeah, I could definitely. I mean, you would be like a perfect fit with an MLW, even CZW too, and POR with all the stunt stuff that they do. Oh my God, that would be amazing for you. Absolutely. So like with all like speaking with like POR and they do like a lot of stunts, is there something that, because I've seen you, doing dives off of roofs and everything. Is there something that you haven't tried yet that you would like to?
Moonsault off the top. Like try moonsault off the top rope. Yeah, that's about that's that. I don't know. Nothing really too crazy. Everything that's considered crazy that I've done. To an extent, but other than that, besides getting as high as I can possibly get to do a flip off of a ledge, moonsault. I feel like if I can do a moonsault, I'd be all right.
That'd be really cool. And so you mentioned that, like you'll do deathmatch stuff, but it's not, it's like a here and there thing. Is there a weapon that you do like using or using on others? And is there one that you are like, no, keep me away from that?
So ones that I enjoy using, which is crazy because they've done the most damage to me so far. I really enjoy using light tubes, obviously. I enjoy using skewers and thumbtacks. The things I will not take, ironically enough, are skewers, gussets, and those little Kenzons, because those are all a bitch to heal up and get out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen so many clips of just people just almost like using little mini crowbars, just like try and get them off of like people's heads. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely good. I'll blade. I'll carve my forehead. I'll do whatever. So 1,000,001 light tubes, but not keep me.
All right. So, With the brands that you mentioned that you want to be a part of, or one day want to be a part of and everything, do you have a few like dream matches that you would love to accomplish?
Yeah, honestly, I would. I've already had. I can't say I want a shot at the X brand title because I've already had a couple of shots at those already. But I would really like to work just in general, not just in the title. I'd like to work Anthrax. That's the Golden Boy there. I'd like to get in the ring with him and give him the best of both worlds. I know he's the king of deathmatch when it comes to that, but I can really throw down and mix it up with the best of them. So I'd like to show him what I'm made of. That's the big one up there. Another one, I've worked him in the one, I think it was the 5-way or the 4-way, whatever I did when I did the first flip off the roof. Roman 5-0, that's my boy. Love him to death. I'd love to work him in a one-on-one because him and our styles are very similar. There's a guy down in Texas, Primo Ka. I want to work him because he's fucking wild. Always would love to work hardcore. He's always on my list. But number one right now is definitely Anthrax.
Okay.
Anyone who's anyone really. I would, of course, I'd like to work. I have like a mental bucket list, and doing doing an intergender wrestling matches on that too. And one of the best that I think at intergender in wrestling in general, deathmatch wrestling is Angel Metro. I'd really like to get her in a
Oh, I love
intergender.
Angel.
Yeah, and I feel like we could really kick the shit out of each other if we stepped in that ring together.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm curious about more of this bucket list. I would love to know a little more that's in there.
So I'd like to, I don't know, it's just a wrestling bucket list, just things I'd like to do, people I'd like to wrestle. One of the top ones, I'd like to work with Fire. I know that's real stupid because it doesn't really end well with anybody. I'd like to do one of the no rope barbed wire death matches. There's just a bunch. There's things that I've done that people I feel like haven't seen that I would like to see. I'd like to do a bigger scale ladder match. I did the ladder match with the guys back at the Carnival of Chaos, but ladder wasn't, we didn't really climb. It was just a weapon of choice there. But I feel like I could shine in something like that. And then just wrestling. I want to be one of the best. That's what's on the top of the list too. Like the bucket list, just be the best I can be. Show everybody what the hell I'm made of. Show everybody where I'm from, and don't let them forget.
That's really amazing. And honestly, I can see nothing but great things for you. Like you have great charisma. You're great in the ring. You're very entertaining. So I mean, literally every star you want to shoot for, you will definitely accomplish.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So with wrestling in general, I think we'll do two separate ones. What is your personal, not like, whoever's of their how many stars and whatever, but what is Shocky's wrestling Mount Rushmore and what is Shocky's deathmatch Mount Rushmore?
Ooh. So, regular wrestling, I got to throw Cena on there. Nobody's gonna like that I have to say this, but he did a lot for the face of wrestling. I like Hulk Hogan. Stone Cold's got to be on there because that man's made more money in wrestling than anybody. And then just because he held it down before he ever went to WWE in late 2015, I got to throw Sting because he's on the other side of the coin when it comes to WCW. And then wrestling deathmatch, that's a little tougher. I don't know. Masada's always number one. I've always wanted to meet him and give him praise and tell him thank you for being inspiration. Stick Nick is another one just because he's one of the very first deathmatch wrestlers I have ever seen. I got to go with the god of this fucking shit, Nick Gage. And I don't know. This one's tough. The last one, I'd have to go with probably right now Matt Tremont, just because that dude's fucking killing it.
Oh my god, absolutely! He all over the indies and the deathmatch scene. He is absolutely 100%. So I want to know with you in general, like with you wrestling, you also work at a dispensary, if I'm not mistaken.
I do.
And of course, being a single dad and everything. How do you balance it all?
I don't know. I work my 8 hours. I pick him up from his mom's. We have our little hangouts like we do now, and I don't know. It's not too hard. Anyone says being a parent is hard, man. Just pick your shit up. Stop being a bum. Being a parent's not hard. It's hard when you got to care for them, but even when you got to care for them, it's don't be selfish.
I agree with that completely. I'm a parent as well, and people are, oh, parenting is so hard. It's like, no, when it just flows and everything, it's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know for you, what is next for Shockey? What are we going to see next from you? We do have, X Brand has a couple shows coming up in, deep in the heart of Deathmatch in Houston, Texas. Will we be getting a shocking appearance from you? There's a lot of question marks still on the card. Will you be filling up one of those question marks?
I can say I will be filling up one of those question marks. On what day or both days, I do not know. I have not yet been informed on what I'll be doing. That's a lie. I know what I'll be doing. I don't know if I should spoil that. And I don't know I know I'll be on one of the days. I also heard a little something. It might be on the first day. So
okay. Well, regardless, I will definitely be looking forward to seeing that because I will be there.
Thank you. Back up, man.
No. So I know this is a little bit of a random question, but with my name being Kakeface and everything, I would love to know, what is your favorite snack?
Ooh, what do we like?
If you got a salty and a sweet option, I am down to hear both.
What do we like?
Barbecue stick fries.
Barbecue stick fries, okay.
Potato sticks.
And then we also like
potato chips.
No, that's the same thing. Oreos. Regular Oreo.
Yeah,
Oreos. That is a very good one.
And usually peanut butter and Oreos.
Yeah, that too.
Very smart, man. Very smart, man. Love that combination. And another random one, since, it is, the spooky season and everything, and I've seen a lot of dressing up. I want to know, do you have a favorite, movie that you like to watch for, the Halloween season, or a favorite horror movie?
Ghostface.
Scream.
Yep. Ghostface.
Yep,
I had a feeling, you really scared me with that when you dressed up. I even got scared just watching it, through Instagram. I was like, oh my goodness. Very scary stuff. So, I want to thank you so much, for, coming on here and, taking the time with me. I really, more than words, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Honestly, you have no idea putting me on. I love anything that has anybody put me on. And you're taking your time out to give time to me. That really, I really appreciate that.
And it's just been such a pleasure meeting you. Like, you're so great, and it's nice meeting you as well.
Thank
you.
Oh, you're welcome. So I would love for you to, take this time and, plug yourself. Where can everyone find you? What socials, and, where can we find you? What is next for Shockey?
No, quiet, man.
Wanda.
No, that's not quiet. We don't want to tell anyone my address. So what's next for Shockey? What's next? The next highest ledge I can jump off of. The next viral moment I can create. And where you can see that and find that, as long as Instagram lets me have it, because I had one with hundreds and hundreds of followers before, but I just recently got a new one because Instagram got rid of it. It is I was almost at hashtag @Shockey Wrestling, all one word. I don't post much right now except for a little bit of my wrestling and my son, but when I do post wrestling, it's the most viral moments.
Keep it.
Awesome. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to not only, what you have next, but being able to shock the world, if you will, and thank you to everyone who is watching. Of course, you can find me on Instagram, Kakeface_Karlee 2.0, TikTok, Kakeface_Karlee. I am now on here on X Brand's YouTube channel. And don't forget, X Brand Wrestling has shows going on November 7th and November 8th. They're collaborating with Loco Wrestling and New Fear City. It'll be in Houston, Texas, deep in the heart of Deathmatch. You do not want to miss it. And until next time, everybody. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.